What is going on, everybody? It's the Frost, and we're here for a Monday Night Raw review for last night's episode, the next to last episode before TLC. Let's get this out of the way immediately. Watching Raw, and you're wondering, when's the next pay-per-view? It may be, 3, maybe 4 weeks away from now? No. Look at the Titan, at the Tron, and on the bottom of the Tron, it says TLC a week from a Sunday. Why do I bring that up? Because we are a week from a Sunday, and there are 0 matches for this show. 0. No ladder matches, no table matches, no chairs matches, no TLC matches, nothing. Now yes, Daniel Bryan versus The Fiend should be announced this coming Friday for TLC. That's not good enough. That's not good enough at all. This should have happened. This should be matches already taped for this, ready for this show. We should be building towards TLC, and honestly, there has been nothing for this show. Now, of course, after the 15th, there is at least a month and a half before we get to Royal Rumble, so they'll have plenty enough time to get that one. But there's no reason whatsoever why we don't have a single match named for TLC. There should have been a match named right after Monday Night Raw went off the air. At least a match or two after Monday Night Raw went off the air. Last Monday, same thing with Friday. We got nothing. So this pay-per-view coming up just shows you how much WWE really cares about this pay-per-view, because nobody's signed, there's no matches, nobody's gonna care. I want to get that out there. Now, Monday Night Raw started off with everyone's favorite, least favorite guy. Oh wait, no, it actually started off with Charlie Caruso backstage, waiting for a vehicle to show up, and it's the Authors of Pain. He asked them about why they attacked Kevin Owens last week. One speaks in Punjabi, one speaks in Latin, or whatever they speak in their languages, which is great. Charlie asks them that she says she doesn't understand and wants them to respond in English. And one of them says, "Charlie, you look lovely tonight." And they walk off. Absolutely fantastic. You know that these guys can talk in English, but they don't have to. Just adds to them. It's like, hey, if you don't know what we're saying, that's on you. Samoa Joe is on commentary again with Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler and Vic Joseph, unless Dio Madden is legitimately injured. They took him off TV because of an injury that he suffered. They are making him look like a grade A pussy. He got beat down by Brock Lesnar at the beginning of November. It is December 3rd as I talk about Raw last night. Where is Dio Madden? Has he been cut and back down to the Performance Center? What is going on? I don't buy this. Oh, well, he is just fine. He is still part of Monday Night Raw's team. Really? Because we haven't seen him since that beatdown about the beginning of November. Give me a break. Out comes everybody's favorite WWE superstar, Seth Rollins. Comes out, says he wants to apologize for saying everyone was stuck last week, that was a little harsh. And he wants to apologize to us, he wants to apologize to the fans, he wants to apologize to everybody in the back. He especially wants to apologize to Kevin Owens. Jerry the King Lawler on commentary is definitely healing it up. I'll have a little thought about that in the next segment after this stuff, because he's healing it up, but the next segment after this is just like healing it up, but he shouldn't be healing up what he was saying, what he was before. But he brings out Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens comes out, and Seth Rollins said that they're not just men and women back there, they're my brothers and sisters. This is my life. This is my job. Kevin Owens is like, there's two of those men, there's two of those brothers, two of those had the Authors of Pain by chance. Kevin Owens accuses Rollins of lying because he opened his mouth. He said it's bullshit that he hears coming out of Seth Rollins' mouth. Out come the AOP. They say words in their native languages, so you still can't hear them. A bunch of what chants, but they do challenge Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens to a match. A tag team match. Seth Rollins is in, Kevin Owens is not. Seth Rollins says, "You know what, you're on your own." He walks out of the ring, walks up, faces off of the AOP. They part like the Red Sea and let Seth Rollins walk through. So this is a massive slow burn for if they're going to be turning Seth Rollins heel. This is a massive slow burn. Owens wants to fight. AOP leave. Still wants to fight. We see the one of the worst storylines going today. Lashley and Lana walking to the ring. Then we have Lashley versus. Well, we have Lana come out first. She takes the mic. She's talking. It's like, I don't want to make it all about me, but it's all about me. No, it's not. And Owens says, we don't care. As he's vomiting in his mouth, wondering what she could possibly say. Rollins reveals that Rusev won't be here tonight because she has filed another restraining order in Tennessee, which we all know how that's going to happen. Rusev is a danger to society, and if he violates the order tonight, he's going to jail for a long time. Owens says he's never met someone who says so much about absolutely nothing. Also repulsive, calls him a basic pizza and candy eater. More fat jokes. I thought we were past the fat jokes. And talks about how Bob Lee, the only man she's ever been with, is going to come out here and finish him. What does that even mean? You were out here about 2-3 weeks ago saying, like, seriously, what does this even mean? You were out here weeks ago saying, oh, Rusev is a sex addict. He wanted to have sex in a tank at WrestleMania. Down the hall, everywhere he could be, he wanted to have sex. And now you're saying that this is the only guy you've ever been with? What kind of fucking logic is that? This was stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Now, apparently, if you watched Starrcade the night before, then you would wonder, why are these guys having a match together? Because they had a match the night before. So, I don't know. I really don't care. This stuff is just straight trash. It's gutter trash. This is supposed to be, they booked this show to go for the 18 to 49 demographic. Do you want to know something? This is not appealing to the 18 to 49 demographic. This shit is appealing to nobody. Nobody. Can we please stop with this garbage? Lashley heads to the ring, followed by two Rent-A-Cops walking behind them. They have a match, Kevin Owens and Bobby Lashley. They're having themselves a match, nothing special here. Lashley goes for the Dominator and drops Owens to his face for another close 2 count. Lashley goes for a full Nelson, but no, Owens fights out with an elbows. Owens catches Lashley with a pop-up powerbomb, and Lana looks unconcerned. Out come the AOP on the ramp now as Owens gets up. AOP attack Owens, and he fights back as the referee called the match, and Kevin Owens wins by DQ. After the match, Aiken and Mazo double team Owens. As Lashley recovers, they bring Owens to the floor and launch him into the barrier. As Lashley moves Lana out of the way, Owens tries to fight back up the ramp, but AOP take him down again. Lana and Lashley watch from ringside. From the ring, but on the opposite standing guard, they all watch as AOP drag Owens to the backstage area. Which, that was the last you would see of Kevin Owens. He did mention on Twitter that he escaped the AOP, which, God, it's kind of dumb that you have to go to Twitter to find out what has happened to Kevin Owens. But we go to break, and we come back from break, and Lashley is in the ring Lashley and Lana are in the ring with Charlie Caruso. She says she won't ask what he knows about the AOP attack. Lashley only cares about protecting Lana. Lana also starts complaining and talking her usual bullshit. Lana is tired of being booed by the fans, which makes the boos louder. Which, if she's trying to play this delusional heel or whatever, she's trying to play the victim. Like everything that's happened to her with Rusev is not her fault. It's his fault. He's the maniac. She is the innocent soon to be ex-wife. Nobody believes this shit. There are people who have seen Lashley and Lana and Rusev as a happy couple outside of WWE. Nobody buys this shit whatsoever. She talks about hiring officers to keep Rusev out of here. Then all of a sudden, Rusev enters the ring and beats the hell out of Lashley. Big kick, Lashley with a big kick as fans pop and Lana looks on. Rusev is pounding away at Lashley and the bodyguards step up to the steps. Rusev is dancing around like, haha, you can't catch me, and he walks away. These bodyguards get back down and stand where they were beforehand. Lana is checking on Lashley and yells at the officers as they watch from the ringside. Fans continue with a Rusev Day chant. Lashley and Lana exit the ring to confront the officers. Lashley's like, "What is your problem? You had one job to keep him out of the ring, and he still got in the ring. What the hell is wrong with you?" One of the officers says, "I am a WWE fan and knows they have a restraining order, but this is the state of Tennessee and they do things different here." What? What is that shit? You are hired to protect this man and this woman from this woman's ex-husband who she has a restraining order against. This is the third time Rusev has violated the restraining order. And he goes out there, beats the hell out of Bobby Lashley, and gets away scot-free. No repercussions. Bobby Lashley then hits one of them on the shoulder. You know how somebody would shoulder tackle you, like just a little pop on the shoulder when they walk past you as a sign of disrespect? Lashley does that to one of the officers. They go over to him, and he ends up getting arrested. What? Lashley does nothing wrong. Maybe he tapped his shoulder, tapped the officer's shoulder. Wasn't on purpose, but he's getting arrested. While this is going on, Lana is yelling. She is beside herself. She cannot understand what the hell they're doing. She's screaming. She's yelling. You should be the one who you should be arresting Rusev, and she slaps that same officer that got hit with went shoulder to shoulder with Lashley. Which this one, yes, it's stupid that this is all happening, but this one I can understand why Lana was being arrested herself, because Lashley might have not done anything wrong, but you slapped an officer with your open hand, whether they're rent cops or the real cops, it doesn't matter. You open hand slapped an officer. That is assault to a police officer. You are going to be arrested, whether Lashley did nothing or something or not. If you put your hands on a police officer like that, you're going to be arrested. But the entire segment makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Why is Rusev sitting here getting away with violating a restraining order 3 times? He did it last Monday, Sunday at Starrcade, and then last night. And yet, Bobby Lashley's getting arrested just because he accidentally went shoulder to shoulder with the officer. No officer is going to sit there and arrest somebody because of something like that. Lana is the only one who actually did anything wrong in this situation because she slapped an officer. What the fuck are they doing? Why should we be questioning this stuff? Why is this still going on? Why is anybody watching this shit? This makes no fucking sense. God, this is annoying. God, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with these people, but damn, that segment made my head hurt. Then we see Drew McIntyre versus Akira Tozawa. Drew McIntyre, hopefully with what happened last night, hopefully this is going to lead to bigger and better things for Drew McIntyre. But Akira Tozawa and Drew McIntyre have a pretty, it's a short match, but it's still pretty good. Akira Tozawa, again, was on NXT, what was it, last Wednesday? And looked fantastic against Lio Rush. And then he comes to Monday Night Raw and gets beat down by Drew McIntyre. I will say that Akira Tozawa is where he sold the Claymore kick, where he got hit, and then at least it looked like he flipped 2 times to get pinned by Drew McIntyre. After the match, Drew McIntyre stands tall and he wants Randy Orton. He's calling Randy Orton out. We go to commercial, we come back, and Drew McIntyre is on the ring waiting, and we see the chop battle that happened last week between these two guys. Drew says he can describe what he just saw in 3 words. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Calls it out again, and this time out comes Randy Orton. Randy Orton comes out, and this is a feud if both guys come out and give you their best. I think Randy Orton, if comes out and actually wants to work with Drew McIntyre, because he said on After the Bell, I believe it was a week or so ago, that he really wants to work with the young guys and help build these young guys up. So when he does call it a career, WWE is better off in the future than they are right now. So I could get behind this feud right here. Randy Orton, if you have Randy Orton going out there to give you the best. If it leads to Drew McIntyre being maybe in line to face Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship and take that title off of him, I'm all for it. Drew says here's his problem with Orton. He walks around here like he owns the place, no respect for anyone or the rules, and he always has. Drew gets it. He's Randy Orton, a future WWE Hall of Famer that doesn't give him He said it doesn't give you the right to speak to Drew to me like a child. You were the most ferocious WWE superstar in the past, but in 2019, you're only ferocious at posting on social media. I am the most ferocious in WWE now, bigger and stronger than you. Me and the Claymore kicks are happening now. While Orton in the RKO news, Orton says he does what he wants and how he wants because he's earned that right. Here, Drew hasn't earned the damn thing. Orton thinks they are cool, but if Drew thinks they have a problem, let's fix it right here, right now. Mic drops, they talk trash for a little bit, and out come the OC. The only reason the OC would come out is Randy Orton, of course. AJ takes the mic and says, Randy Orton, he can't speak. Gallows and Anderson go on about how Orton ruined AJ's life by causing him to lose the United States title to Rey Mysterio. AJ doesn't care what kind of match it is, he just wants to get his hands on Orton right now. Drew backs out of this fight and heads to the stage. Orton readies to fight in the ring as the OC surround him. AJ enters first, but Orton attacks immediately. Gallows and Anderson attack Orton. The OC triple team Orton now. The music hits and out comes Ricochet to make the save. Ricochet goes for Anderson first, but he also he's beat down by the numbers game, and out comes Humberto Carrillo. Humberto also gets beat down. Mysterio is out next to make the save. Rey sends all three members of the OC to the floor. Rey stands in the ring with Ricochet and Carrillo as Orton looks on from the floor. AJ yells out from the floor on the other side of the ring, and we go to commercial break. So, the OC in 2019 are replacing what the Riot Squad did in 2018, where it's those three men versus a combination of Ricochet and two other superstars, and it's going to continue to happen into 2020. I know they have six-man, but quite clearly AJ Styles is the single star while the Gallows and Anderson are the tag team stars of this group. You don't have to have so many six-man tag matches. We see Kyle Busch and Michael Waltrip, who gives a shit. Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, and Humberto Carrillo approach Randy Orton backstage. Rey asks Orton if he's alright. Orton appreciates the help, but wants to make it clear he didn't need it. Orton walks off. Tony Nese versus Aleister Black. I forgot Tony Nese was on Raw. I thought Tony Nese was a part of 205 Live's Lashley Cruiserweight division. Good match here, good little match here back and forth. Tony Nese is definitely somebody who could make a big impact on Raw if they would use him right. Black hits the Black Mass out of nowhere, and that was that. No Buddy Murphy for that. But we do see Buddy Murphy backstage. He's still watching Aleister Black in the ring, so they also asked for comments on if he regrets fighting Black last week. Murphy says I'm still feeling what last week fight, but I knocked on Black's door to expose him for what he is, someone who takes himself too seriously. And then Money goes on about how cool he is, cool and collected, and if Black is a hothead, Murphy says Black needs to calm down. If he doesn't want to, I will be the one to calm him down. So we're continuing this on. As I said at the beginning of this entire review, nothing has been made for TLC. This would have been a perfect way to have Buddy Murphy challenge Aleister Black to a match at TLC. Make it a tables match. Make it a chairs match. I don't give a shit. You could have had at least one match made for and challenged right then and there, but you didn't do that. Andrade versus Eric Young. Why this match was happening, I don't know. Easy win for Andrade. It's damn terrible to see where Eric Young was 2 years ago when he was part of Sanity, and Sanity was running roughshod all over NXT to where they are now, where Killian Dane is not doing so well in NXT, whereas Alexander Wolf is crushing it in NXT UK, and Eric Young is nothing but an afterthought on main roster television. WWE 24/7 champion. We have a new one. It's called Kyle Busch. Do I care? No, I don't care. Moving on. We see the Cyber Monday segment with the Street Profits. No one cares. Kelly Crusoe stops Seth Rollins backstage. She asks if Rollins said everyone is like family earlier. Why wouldn't he help Kevin Owens out during the AOP attack? Rollins yells some about Owens refusing to help him earlier. Charlie says people are questioning the sincerity of his apology. Rollins asks what Charlie really wants. She wants answers. Rollins goes on about how he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. So what's the point? Rollins says it's always his fault. It's a no-win situation. Says everyone is a critic, but not everyone has the guts to be a leader, and he walks off. Yeah, great show of leadership there, Rollins. Just she asks you a question and you give her a bullshit, baseless question that has no answer to it. So, what did you actually prove about being a leader? Eric Rowan is looking into his mystery pet cage once again, talking about how cute the mystery pet is. We go to commercial break, we come back, and he's about ready to kill No Way Jose, who had a long-ass entrance. I don't know what's them in this entrance thing, but goddamn. I guess with the fact that No Way Jose is going to get his ass kicked by Eric Rowan in this match, they had to do something to get this guy some TV time. So, Joe gets beat the fuck out of. Jose gets beat the fuck out of. Iron Claw, 1, 2, 3, who gives a shit? Eric Rowan has this pet cage. Anybody wants to know in the pet cage? I honestly don't care. Unless it's something that's going to, I don't care what it is. It could be a rat, it could be a vulture, it could be anything. It could be a dog. It could be a head. It could be an arm. I don't care. Nothing that's in that cage is going to change your perception of an Eric Rowan. If this would have been somebody who was interesting, somebody who's been a big player in a big name. You had Eric Rowan doing this whole mystery attacker thing with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns for about 2 months. And then we get to the draft, we come out of the draft, Eric Rowan's on Raw, and now he's doing a whole jobber matches with a mystery cage. Who cares? Back from break, and we see Eric Rowan did earlier, and Sarah Schreiber is backstage with Rowan now, asking what's in the cage. He won't tell her, but keeps talking cute to what is inside. She asked him about 3 times before Eric Rowan has had enough of it, and he just walks off. 2-on-1 handicap match, women's tag team champions Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Charlotte Flair. Finally, the women's tag team champions have a single solo music entrance music. We're not mixing Kairi Sane and Asuka's theme. We have one, and if they want to go with this whole kabuki thing, it matches it. The whole. Both Kairi Sane and Asuka's themes do not match their name that I don't like to say because I think it's fucking stupid. But if you're going with that name for these 2 women, this is an absolute, the music actually fits it. Plain and simple. Now, for this match sucked. This match fucking sucked. You have 2 women, the women's tag team champions. And Charlotte Flair is single-handedly holding her own against 2 women who are your tag team champions. That would be like if Marco Stunt took on Hanson and Rowe of the Void Raiders and just held his own and brought them to a competitive 20-minute match. That's how bad this got. The fact that Charlotte Flair was in this match for what seemed like forever. This match probably went about 20 minutes. And the fact that Charlotte Flair was in it the entire time, it should have been Kairi Sane and Asuka going in there, laying waste to Charlotte and beating Charlotte down. Because it has been speculated that we're going to have Kairi Sane and Asuka versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair in a TLC tag team women's match. This would have been the perfect way to have Becky come down and make that match happen, but that did not happen. So yes, of course, the last time Becky and Charlotte Flair were in the ring or around each other, they pretty much ripped to the shreds why they do not want to team together. This is just WWE's blatant agenda against anybody not named Charlotte Flair, not named Lacey Evans, not named Alexa Bliss. Even Becky can be put in there too. But mostly it's Lacey Evans, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss or Natty sometimes too. If it ain't one of those women, WWE wants to do everything they can to make everyone else look weak. The tag team champions had to do had to fight like it. It just makes no sense. These two should have went in there, beat the hell out of Asuka, and it is great that they won the match because it would have been even worse if they would have had Asuka and Kairi Sane get beat by Charlotte. Because if you think about this, last week was Asuka versus Charlotte Flair with Kairi Sane at ringside, and Kairi Sane drawing the attention of Charlotte, even though Kairi Sane really didn't do anything at the time. Charlotte just went after her. So in theory, it was pretty much a unsanctioned 2-on-1 handicap match, which Charlotte Flair lost. Why would we want to see this match again? And yet, Charlotte Flair looked like $1 million fucking bucks and dominant in the feet. She lost this match by she had Asuka in the figure 8 after, Asuka tagged out, Kairi Sane tagged in, but Charlotte didn't know that. She had Asuka in the figure 8, so she pretty much could have won this match had she had the right woman in the figure 8. Insane elbow, 1, 2, 3, and Asuka and Kairi Sane are your winners. In what should have been a dominant win over Charlotte, a one woman, they look mediocre. If these tag team titles didn't look any more irrelevant last night than they had before, I don't know what else to tell you. They made those titles look absolutely irrelevant. How are you gonna have your tag team champions go out there and be dominated and get by with a barely get by with a win is beyond me. Sarah approaches Charlotte Flair backstage and asking if she regrets challenging the tag team champions, and she says it wasn't like she said no, but the way she said it sounded like she was ready to cry. So yeah, where this goes from there, I don't know, and honestly, I don't care. You really hurt. This did not make Asuka and Kairi Sane look good. It didn't make Charlotte look good. Nobody looked good coming out of this match. The Viking Raiders versus Mark Sterling and Mitchell Lyons. Who gives a shit? It's another Viking Raiders win in a squash match. I don't get it. The Viking Raiders have been tag team champions for how long? Why are we getting squash matches? What are the Usos? What are the Usos doing? When are the Usos coming back? Why aren't we getting Viking Raiders versus the OC? Why are we getting the OC versus Rey Mysterio, Humberto Carrillo, and Ricochet? This is the problem with the two tag team divisions on Raw and SmackDown. This is why everyone has been clamoring to have the tag team divisions be merged. Why the women's divisions need to be merged. Because you don't have enough of either one of these divisions to have two separate divisions. It makes no sense. There is a reason that for the first 7 years of 5 or 6 years, or what was it? 5 or 6 years of the brand split. Originally, the women's championship was on one brand. We didn't have another women's championship for many years because you didn't have enough talent on both shows to have two championships. You don't have enough talent on both shows for each tag team division or women's division. This is ridiculous that every single week. I would love to see the Viking Raiders take on Heavy Machinery. The Viking Raiders take on the New Day. The Viking Raiders, hell, even take on Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. There's just not enough. It just makes no sense why the hell we keep seeing bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. You have the AOP coming back too. Yes. It's going to come to a head where it's going to be the AOP versus the Viking Raiders, and both of those teams need to look strong, but you don't have anybody to build these two teams up with on Raw. It's just no. No. So that leaves us with the main event, which is Rey Mysterio, Humberto Carrillo, and Ricochet versus the OC. This match was okay. It was another typical 6-man tag match with the OC, but who takes the pinfall in this one? If you said Humberto Carrillo, you were wrong. Humberto Carrillo is actually spared in this match as Ricochet eats a super styles clash for the 1, 2, 3. So AJ Styles has to get a win back because he lost to Rey Mysterio last week. At least Rey Mysterio did not take the pinfall in this ending. It was at least Humberto or Ricochet. After the match, AJ stands tall over Ricochet as the music hits. AJ is alone as we come back, standing tall in the middle of the ring. When Randy Orton sneaks in the ring, delivers an RKO out of nowhere, hits the corner of the pose, his music hits, and we go off the air with Randy Orton standing tall. So, even though the match was not announced, I fully expect Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy at TLC, and I fully expect AJ Styles versus Randy Orton at TLC. The rest of the card, and of course Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. The rest of the card, I don't have a fucking clue. We are a week and a week from Sunday away from TLC, and we don't know a single goddamn match. Of course, they've been akin to announcing matches for other events and everything else on Twitter, so I'm sure that's where we'll find out every single match going into TLC. And in my opinion, that's absolute lazy ass booking. Give me a fucking break. There should at least be 2, 3, maybe 4 matches for this show announced. Hell, Daniel Bryan agreed to a match on Friday. You could have came out right after on Twitter, right after SmackDown on Friday and said, hey, it's made official. Daniel Bryan versus The Fiend at TLC in a TLC match. Or something, but you didn't. So, again, a week from Sunday is TLC. Why should I, you, or anybody else give a flying fuck about TLC when there is not a single match named for this pay-per-view event? A week from Sunday. This angers me a lot more than anything we saw on Monday Night Raw. This is your final pay-per-view of the year and you've got nothing. Why don't just eliminate it? Hell, why is it going to be on the 15th? Why couldn't you book it for the 22nd or the 29th? Hell, Royal Rumble is going to be January 26, 2020. That is 7 weeks. 6 weeks. 6 weeks from TLC. You couldn't move TLC back to the 22nd or even the 29th to make it a 4-week in between? No, we gotta put it on the 15th when nothing has been booked for this show. I mean, yes, Starrcade was last night, and yes, the Survivor Series was last week. Yet we're still a week from Sunday, and we still got nothing. This show just gets a major down from there. Couple positives from the show. Yes, the AOP starting the show off with speaking their language and then just being like, Charlie, you look lovely, and walking off was a thumbs up. The tag team champions for the women's having their own separate theme music that is for the tag team. That is another thumbs up. Other than that, this show was a major down. Again, why the fuck was Rusev able to violate another restraining order and have nothing happen to him? Even Lana said, if he shows up tonight, he's going to jail for a long time, only for these bodyguards to do nothing and be like, this is Tennessee and we do things different around here. What the fuck are we watching? I'm getting out of this thing. You guys have a good one. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Like or dislike this video. Find me on Twitter at The France Club. Find me on twitch.tv/The France Club. And I will see you guys on Wednesday or Thursday for AEW, NXT on Thursday, on Friday, Saturday for SmackDown, and Sunday for Unscripted. Until then, my name is The France, and I'll see you guys later.